The oldest nation on Earth. Have you ever wondered which nation is the oldest in the world? A supercontinent called Pangaea was formerly thought to have once been the entire planet. Pangaea, the term used to describe how all the continents were connected, existed 240 million years ago, and started to separate to form the nations we know today some 200 million years later. History books have recorded the emergence and fall of innumerable nations and countries throughout human history. It is impossible to confidently tell which nation is the oldest in the globe. Below are 12 of the oldest civilizations still in existence. 12. Ethiopia. Since 10th century BCE. Founder, Emperor Tewodros II. Capital, Addis Ababa. Ethiopia has been around for at least 2,000 years. It is one of the oldest independent republics in the world and the oldest liberated nation in Africa. Today's Ethiopia, which is made up of more than 80 ethnic groups, was never colonized. With the exception of Italy's occupation from 1936 to 1941, that is. In comparison to other countries, Ethiopia is still a young country. Many academics have the unverified view that this area was inhabited by early archaic humans 150 to 200,000 years ago. These ideas have a long history thanks to the finding of the world's oldest hominid remains. These fossils, which were discovered in 1994 and are known as Ardipithecus ramidus, date back as far as 4.2 million years. 11. Sudan. Since 1070 BCE. Founder, Muhammad Ahmad ibn Abdallah al-Mahdi. Capital, Khartoum. The Sudanese Republic has existed for at least 3,000 years. According to archaeological studies, groups in the last stage of cultural evolution had migrated to Sudan by the 7th millennium BCE. These folks resided in improved mud brick settlements. They made use of sophisticated hunting, fishing, grain harvesting, and cattle herding techniques to live. Evidence suggests that during the 5th millennium BCE, these populations left the Sahara Desert and moved to Sudan to become farmers. 10. Georgia. Since 1300 BCE. Founder, King Bagrat III. Capital, Savannah, 1777, Tbilisi. Georgia is recognized as the origin of winemaking in the modern era. The world's oldest wine jars are located here. These jars, some of which are at least 8,000 years old, are regarded as archaic proof of ancient winemaking. Early political and social structures are also supported by archaeological discoveries based on ancient sources. These discoveries come from the 7th century BCE. Georgia is therefore a serious candidate to hold the title of oldest nation in the world. 9. Israel. Since 1300 BCE. Founder, King Saul. Capital, Shechem, 930 BCE, Penuel, 930 to 909, Tirzah, 909 to 880, Samaria, 880 circa 720, Jerusalem. Israel has survived the Middle Bronze and Iron Ages despite being located between the Mediterranean Sea and the Red Sea. The area contains proof of the early exodus of hominids from Africa. 8. India. Since 2000 BCE. Founder, Indus Valley Civilization, King Chandragupta Maurya. Capital, Pataliputra. India has had communities for at least 250,000 years. India's earliest known civilization emerged during the Bronze Age, leaving behind signs of hominoid activity. The Indus Valley Civilization, also known as the Harappan Civilization, is this society. Between 3300 and 1300 BCE, the Indus Valley Civilization was a thriving civilization. It is also thought to go by the name Ela, which is recorded in old Mesopotamian writings. Professionals believe that the country had a thriving urban civilization at least 5,500 years ago based on these theories. 7. China. Since 2070 BCE. Founder, Yu the Great. Capital, Shen, 221 BCE, Beijing. Why is China regarded as the world's oldest nation? During the Shang dynasty, which lasted from 1700 to 1046 BCE, north-central China was united for the first time in Chinese history. The first instances of dynastic succession are observed at this time. Even so, there is still scant proof of its existence. Historians disagree as to whether the Xia dynasty, an older civilization, ever existed. Sites that correspond to the descriptions of earlier historians' stories have been found during 20th century digs. Some academics disagree with the Xia dynasty's existence based on these reports, while others claim that it is the first dynasty in ancient China. As of right now, no site has been found that conclusively shows the Xia dynasty existed. 6. Korea. Since 2333 BCE. Founder, King Chimwon. Capital, Joulban, 37 BCE to 3 AD, Gumni, 3 to 427, Pyongyang, 427 to 668. The history of the entire Korean peninsula, today divided into North and South Korea, is thought to be 5,000 years old. Korea was the first country to develop movable metal type printing. It was known as Gojoseon from 2333 BCE to 108 BCE. Since then, this invention has revolutionized communication. Also, it made a substantial contribution to the growth of the global culture. The Goguryeo Kingdom was regarded as one of the strongest East Asian states from 37 BCE to 668 AD. This peninsula was once a serious candidate for the title of the oldest country in the world, even though it may not be today. 5. Armenia. Since 2492 BCE. Founder, the Medes. Capital, Yerevan. The country of Armenia has a 3,500-year history, with the 6th century BCE being the earliest recorded mention of it. Despite this, the country wasn't founded until 782 BCE. Armenia once spanned the Black Sea, Caspian Sea, Mediterranean Sea, and Lake Urmia in Iran during the height of its dominance. In 301 CE, its inhabitants were among the first to accept Christianity as the official religion. The country continues to follow its own Armenian Apostolic Church today. 4. Vietnam. Since 2879 BCE. Founder, Hung Vuong. Capital, Hanoi. Vietnam's history dates back more than 20,000 years. 2 hominid skeletons were discovered in 1965 during excavations. These discoveries point to the Middle Pleistocene and show that prehistoric Vietnam predated China by 500,000 years. Some of the first communities in the globe originated in this country. As a result, the Vietnamese are among the world's oldest farming communities and a serious candidate to hold the record for the oldest nation on Earth. 3. Syria. Since 3000 BCE. Founder, unknown. Capital, Damascus. Syria, once ruled by several empires, is the location of ancient artifacts dating as far back as an estimated 700,000 years. Archaic human skeletons and bones are among the numerous unearthed remnants. The nation's long-lost metropolis of Elba has also been discovered through further archaeological explorations. One of the first colonies to be discovered and excavated, this city is thought to have existed approximately 3000 BCE. Syria now holds the title of the oldest nation in the world as a result of these discoveries. 2. Egypt. Since 3150 BCE. Founder, King Narmermenes. Capital, Memphis, abandoned in 7th century CE, Cairo. Egypt has been a continent for about 30 millennia. Excavations in recent years have uncovered a lost metropolis. These recent discoveries at Sohag are thought to be older than 7,000 years. These discoveries allow us to date the early dynasty periods of ancient Egypt to a time earlier than 5 millennia. These recently discovered homes and cemeteries may be a component of a long-gone metropolis that is just coming to light, according to archaeologists. Some rumors describe the region as a distinct settlement that may have been supplanted by the ancient metropolis of Abydos. Iran. Since 3200 BCE. Founder, Cyrus II. Capital, Tehran. Persia was the name given to Iran until the middle of the 20th century. The country has one of the oldest continuous significant civilizations on the entire planet. Historical and urban settlements there first appeared around 7000 BCE. Iran was formerly a member of Cyrus the Great's Achaemenid Empire, the largest and first ever world empire, which was first united in 625 BCE by the ancient Medes, 550 to 330 BC. The country received the moniker Liberated State after that year, during the Safavid dynasty. From 1501 until 1979, Iran was a Shia monarchy that was headed by an emperor almost continuously. Iran is usually regarded as the oldest country in the world due to these factors. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe and comment.